Now, where should I really, truly even start? Woo! We got LeBron James hiding in the dark. Now, one of these guys was responsible for winning that gold medal. The other guy was a member of the team. One guy was drug tested. One guy avoided all drug testing. And one guy got MVP. I wonder who that is. So your boy Cino was doing some investigating. I was calling the doping agencies. I talked to WADA. I talked to all of these different companies to see what was the reason why LeBron James did not get tested in the Olympics. I wanted to know that specifically when he's the oldest player in the league. How does the oldest player in the league not get tested? And win MVP? That doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't happen at all. For no reason, no rhyme or reason. You're never going to see that. Kobe Bryant was tested during the Redeem team. He got tested. Why is LeBron James not getting tested? When he's clearly the oldest player on the court at 39 to the fifth power, flying up and down the court, dunking the basketball. We're not testing him? So I went and did some digging. You know, I had to do some digging. And I went to find out what the situation really implied. These guys here are in cahoots. See, they elected the president of the International Olympic Committee to come in and do what he did, Mr. Thomas Bach, who you see on your left, and on your right is Winnow Banka, the president of WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency. Now, there's been a constant battle between the United States, USADA, and WADA over their testing policies. The USADA is the United States Anti-Doping Agency. And because of what we accept and what they accept are entirely different. So they already have a little bit of a conflict with us, period. Now, these guys, because LeBron James is very fluent out there and took this trip early, last year he took a European trip where he did the Formula racing. He met with all of these guys who happened to be there. The president of WADA and the guy who's the president of the IOC. After the independence, so LeBron made that trip last year. Mm-hmm. Now, he said to everybody, I'm in Europe minding my own business. Do y'all remember that? He was down there in weeks with the same people I just mentioned. It's not a joke. Last year, Ramon James was down there in the Olympics doing just this. Hit the like button, people, and subscribe to the page. And if you want to donate the page, the Cash App is Carcino. Byron Jackson, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate that, brother. Now, as we look more into this, you will see right there, there's LeBron waving the flag. In Europe for the past few weeks, minding my business, and I hear I'm on your mind that much. I mean, I guess I see why, but wave the flag on these lames. Please make being a player cool again, because these lame machine is all-time high. Enjoy your life, but just know I'm the sun. I stay on forever. So, right away, he was over there meeting with those guys. And why was he over there meeting with these guys? LeBron was meeting with these people because these are the ones that's going to dictate to the whole rest of the world what's going on worldwide. 100%. And yes, hit the like button. They're going to, yeah, well, it's a performance. It's like a swan song, a dance, right? And what they're doing is they're dancing. And they're trying to tell all these wonderful people who are around that, oh, this is why X, Y, and Z happened. No, this is why they took the route that they took. They were out there meeting and whining and dining and hanging out. They were never going to test LeBron James. No matter what he did. So the excuse of why LeBron didn't get tested is because they were looking for astronomical performances. People who went above and beyond. They just said, well, let's test these guys because it's random. They have the same testing policy in the NBA. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, when it comes to this, you know, oh man, I just got sent a crazy message. I just got sent a crazy message. Oh my God. They said it was obvious they drug tested Steph because he was effing up LeBron's documentary script. Exactly. So he goes overseas last year, buttering up the WADA officials and everybody else. So to get LeBron James to commit to this thing, there was no testing. LeBron wouldn't have to go through any strenuous drug tests. Grant Hill knows it, and everybody else knows it. LeBron James was able to skip drug testing. How? We saw some of the most ridiculous rules ever implied during this Olympics in Paris. It was so corrupt. Everybody was like wondering why in the world would they even go back to Paris? The Olympics shouldn't be there for at least another 10, 15 years. So these people are out of office, and then you got to come back with somebody with at least a form or ounce or inkling of some integrity. The president of WADA, okay, the guy all the way to your right, whose name happens to be Withhold Banca. He was a cyclist in the 400 meters, right? They were sought after for doping when he ran for Poland, when he biked in Poland. They were accused of doping. So you put a guy who was on that team where there was rumors of doping going on in their whole camp for the cyclists when he was cycling. Now he is the president of the doping agency. Now that he doesn't compete anymore, he's the president of doping agency. He's like, I know all the loopholes. I just got off the phone with you, Sada. I just got off the phone with you, Sada. Before I went live on this video, let me see. Yeah, I can just call them right back. The United States Doping Agency.
The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. Please listen carefully to the following options. If you are currently at the Paralympics and have an emergent anti-doping need, please press 1. For questions about medications, the prohibited list, or therapeutic use exemptions, press 2. If you are an athlete with whereabouts,
calling USADA's TUE and drug reference team for any inquiries, please press 1. To repeat these options, press 0.
They don't want to answer my call now. They don't want to answer my call no more now. They didn't let too much out the bag. Now, did they think I was not going to call? And I found all the little rabbit holes, all the little dots of cheese, and just followed the dots. This is why I took my time, because I wanted to get these people to fall back and talk. I wanted to get some people's information on what was going on. So USADA and WADA were fighting, while the IOC, who's putting in charge, his job is to make sure everything flows smoothly. He knows the United States is going to win. They know the U.S. team was going to win. They didn't care. They just wanted Paris to be in the finals. They put that garbage Paris team in the finals. And I'm like, what? No way were they going to have Germany play the United States in the finals. That's too risky. Yeah. Of course, because they know what we know. That dude would have tested and would have lit up like a Christmas tree. That dude test would have lit up like a Christmas tree. Then the whole NBA would have been exposed. The whole LeBron James legacy falls down to the ground. He's done. He's done. And the NBA don't want that problems. So they want the NBA players over there because they get more attention in the Olympics when they send their best players to the Olympics. Whenever they send their best players out, this is what happens. Now, everybody there is normally oh man, I forgot. I gotta go on a date tonight, and I know every time people call me up as if I could just walk out. I was like, damn, I got a date tonight. Hold on. Well, when you look at him, now, when you look at the main scale of things, you're going to see a lot of stuff out of focus, out of mind. You're going to see LeBron James, who happens to be one of the most undignified people you ever wanted to meet. Like, if you wanted to meet somebody who was genuine and really was about this life, he isn't. He's a shortcut artist. LeBron sent Kawhi home and made sure Tatum played no minutes and forced the judges not to give Curry MVP. Exactly. Do you want to know why the IOC that got to your left dictated that Steph Curry didn't get MVP? Which made it even more criminal. They didn't use the last game. Oh, we voted on most valuable player after the Serbia game? So they said we didn't use the gold game. So you're not going to use the game that determines who wins gold and who gets silver as who's the most valuable player. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in professional sports. So if that's the case, you just made the situation worse. They should have just shut up. But there was so much controversy about it because everybody who saw the game and watched it knew Steph Curry was the most valuable player on the court. It's not. But they went with the popularity contest and what they wanted to do by naming LeBron MVP. All politics, politically done, ruining the game of basketball. And this is what we fight against. They keep Jaylen Brown off the team because he's not part of the Nike agenda. So, we got to keep him off the team. Now you put a black guy on the game. You get Steve Kerr, left wing Steve Kerr, to come in there and run the political gauntlet of holding Jason Tatum, the only guy who was the first team All NBA. We're going to hold him off the team. We're going to just have him on there, but keep him on the bench. Then we got South Sudan getting cheated and robbed out of every game they played because they beat Puerto Rico. And saying, hey, you got to win in the Olympics. Be happy for that. And they went and scrubbed all the audio Lil Dane had and making his statements for okay. Yeah. So Lil Dane's comments after the Serbia game when they got robbed was scrubbed from the internet by guess who? USADA. Meanwhile, guess who got tested? The South Sudan team was tested after they came in the goodwill games, the friendly games. They wanted to test them going right into Paris because they played the United States team so close, it was a 1-point victory. They couldn't have that. They sent Wiggins out of Team Canada. The Golden State Warriors left wing, they said, we're going to trade Wiggins. We got him involved in the trade, so we don't want him to get hurt. Wrong. They didn't want Wiggins on this Olympic team because in the Worlds, they were dominating, and he was one of their best on-ball defenders in that tournament. So now the Lakers are acting like they're involved in this trade with the Warriors that's involving Wiggins, and they don't want to risk him getting hurt. so he couldn't play and compete for the Canadian team in the Olympics. All of these things were so done corruptly to the point that this whole thing stinks to high heaven. And because I could see what's going on with this bum and all of his politics, all his money and power and all that stuff, it didn't matter to us. We had to put that bum in his place. Why am I against the U.S. team? I'm not against the U.S. team. I'm against him. And he gets called out because they play Brazil. The only ball they know is not played above their heads. They known for kicking the damn ball. They not known for using their hands with the damn ball. So yeah, they dominate Brazil. It's like, okay, you beat Brazil. You're supposed to beat Brazil. When were you supposed to lose to Brazil? Is that what you're telling me? Somebody said since when they start giving out MVPs at Olympics anyway. They have done it plenty of times before. It's just that when they choose to do it and when they choose not to. Kobe was the MVP and they just said, well, we're not going to announce an MVP. But they wanted to give it to this guy, right? So Stephon Marbury exposes it because he's right there at the Paris Olympics talking to LeBron James, the whole nine, as it's all going left. I can't make this up. All the lies they told gets us here. All because they wanted to praise one human being. He was there a year prior, spending time out there, him and Savannah, whining and dining with the IOC and the WADA community, the racing club, everybody. He spent out there having lunch with these people. They're not going to talk about the corruption. They act like this corruption just doesn't exist. Well, when you start seeing things that don't like register, you start saying to yourself, what is my purpose here? What is my direction? What is my goal? What is my feelings towards all of this corruption. Why are they doing this to me? Why do they want me to believe this is the greatest thing going? Why? Why would they promote something that is so artificial over the genuine article? Because they want to control the way you think. They say, I could sell you this bum right here. Is greater than this player right here. We've done a great job. We've done a great job of saying, forget what your eyes see. This guy right here is better than this guy. Why? Because we say so. That's what the league is doing. So if the league is doing that, people, ask yourself, why? Why the hell are they doing that? I've often stated this whole thing is entertainment. It is sports entertainment. It is going in there. Steph does play defense. He's just 6'1". What do y'all keep saying this lie for about Steph Curry don't play defense? This is the lie, part of the lie they used to try to glorify this guy who plays zero defense. He don't even attempt. He goes all the way down there and posts up under the rim. But guard nobody. I don't know how many videos we've done. We show LeBron stand around James, stand around, and the whole play go right by him. Now it's nobody plays defense no more. Not true. It's just that guy is artificial garbage. This is a genuine article. This is a guy who came from absolute nowhere. No one picked him to do anything. It was doubts he would even play in college because he was 5'11" in high school. He just happened to grow 2 more inches. He was so small and skinny, nobody thought this kid was going anywhere. This guy was a freak of nature in high school. They thought he was 23 at 15. He going against little bitty 15, 16-year-olds. They ain't even got, they like 90 pounds soaking wet. Like, come on, Timmy. And here comes LeBron. Boom, jumping all over them. Like, dude, these little 15, 16-year-olds seeing a LeBron hawking over them, flying over them. He's 6'3". Steph is really 6'1", 6'2". 6'1" and a half, actually. He's not 6'3". They bumped him up to 6'3". He's not 6'3". If you count his hair, if you look at his hair right now and you say, okay, we're going to count your hair, we'll see where it really is. But no, Steph is not that tall. The NBA knew. That's why Grant Hill was in charge of the Olympics and everything else. The same way. Yeah, the IOC investigation into LeBron James was false. I knew that was false. That's why we didn't even worry about it. We didn't even worry about it. They're not going to investigate themselves. Oh, you kidding? That's that's the president right there at IOC. And that's the president of WADA. Right there. Somebody who was a cyclist in Poland whose team was rumored for doping. He's the president now of the league. And now we got the organization. Now we got the president of the IOC who's sitting here allowing all this to go on. He's allowing men, boxers, to beat women because they said they were women. And, well, they on their driver's license, it said women, so we just classified them as a woman. We can't make those decisions here. They failed the gender test. That's why they have gender tests now. So you know that was a man, and you put him in the ring with a woman anyway. So this is what we're talking about. Right here. The president of the IOC who allowed that to take place. I'm just saying, start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. This bum goes all the way over to Spain last year. People memories are bad. LeBron was over there last year, spending weeks over there, laughing it up, chilling with the racing crew, with all the doping agencies, with the International Commission. Everybody's there. The same people that's going to be testing you. The WADA officials is there. The International Olympic Committee is there. Everybody's there for this racing competition. And having LeBron come over and spend time with them, have lunch with these people, then you think they're going to test him and find him dirty? I'm telling you, his stuff was going to be glowing. They'd be like, is this normal? It's glowing. Never seen anything like your stuff was glowing, buddy. So now, riddle me this. All of this has been done. I just had my urinalysis and blood work done. My urinalysis test wasn't too good, but my blood work was excellent, above excellent. Now, why is all of these things coming full circle all of a sudden now? Steph is not going to care about MVP. This is not about MVP. It's about the fact that they tested Steph Curry. Anthony, now here's the thing that they said the reason why is because of his special performances. Like they let it slide after the Serbia thing. But after the end of to win the championship, they said, well, okay, well, we got to test Steph Curry. But you tested Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant. You tested those three people out of everybody. You grabbed them. Now it don't make sense. Anthony Edwards comes off the bench. What spectacular performance was he having? What spectacular performance was Anthony Edwards having to the fact you wanted to test him? And right after they won the Olympics and they gave the award to LeBron James, a man who was never tested at all. Who's the oldest player in the game, playing 36 minutes a game, flying up and down the court. Nobody's asking questions. How is this guy still running up and down the court at 39 like this? They all can be bought. That's That's the answer to it. They all can be bought. So if they all can be bought, then you know where the situation stands. You know where everything aligns. You know where everything laid out is. It has often been a sad scenario case where people just don't get it. They don't understand the gist of like what people are doing, what they're supposed to be doing. They're just out there, man, and they're out there bad. I'm gonna feel sorry for people when they start making these changes and they're gonna start eliminating some of the things that you love. Oh, like I said, they went by the rules of the NBA. The NBA told these guys, this is what we want you to do. We want you to move in this fashion. We want you to move in this direction. Can you please do this for us? We do random drug testing here. How random is that? When one person won't be tested at all ever, probably for the whole goddamn season. That's random. Well, if you score 70, then we got to test you. LeBron James put up 30 and 20. He don't get tested at all. No random test for LeBron James. Absolutely. So when you see people get serious, then we'll get. It's all marketing dollars. Absolutely it is. Well, when you come around to the idea of it, then you'll probably understand it a little better. But if LeBron James was really that type of player, they would have been made that change a long time ago. I'm serious. They would have made that change a long time ago. There's no way they would have allowed that to materialize and go as far as it did. I'm sorry. They wouldn't have. Because that's the true nature of it. They want to protect those people. And hit the like button, y'all. I know y'all just got here. Please hit the like button. Appreciate you. But this is why we say they want you to understand one or two things. And the one or two things that they're talking about is that they want you to acknowledge what the main problem is in the league today. The problem is that your superstars of the league is playing too long. Nowadays, you got Kawhi Leonard, LeBron, you got so many guys now playing 18, 20 years. KD, all these guys are old, man. And your new talent can't rise up to the spot if these guys ain't giving it up. They done been and played their whole career. They got to play 15 years so that the older guys can get out of the way. LeBron's playing like 23 years in the league. It's like, sit down. It don't even make sense now. You're not even needed. And it's diluting sports. It really is. It's diluting the sport itself. The oldest player to play in the NBA was Nat Hickey. He played at 45 years of age. And the guy that was close to beating him was Kevin Willis. He played at 44 years of age. See, LeBron played in high school, so he probably won't exceed to go that far because he came out at 18. He didn't go to college. So most of these guys who played 20 years, Chief played 43 till he was 43. Then Vince Carter played till he was 43 because Vince went to college. UD played till he was 42. Dikembe played till he was 42. Kareem was 42 when he left. Bob Cousy played till he was 41. Herb Williams, baby. Herb played till he was 41. He was on the team. Stockton played till he was 41. So LeBron isn't the oldest player to play in the game. Karl Malone was 40. Dirk was 40 when he left. Manu was 40. LeBron has played the longest amount of time because he's been playing since high school, since 18. He's been in the league. So this is all he knows. But the oldest players, it was older players because most of them spent 4 years in college, 3 years in college. Then they came into the league and played. Yeah, you got a whole list of people that was 40. Hell, CP3 is still in the league. He's played almost the same amount of time as LeBron. He's 39 right with LeBron. They the same age. Is Taj Gibson still in the... Did he finally retire? Because Taj Gibson was playing. He about 39. Kyle Lowry damn near 42. He didn't look young. He ain't got a lot of facial hair, but Kyle Lowry old as hell. Garrett Temple, Big Al Horford, damn gotta be 40. You know Jeff Green is right behind LeBron. JG. I just saw Joe Ingles in the Olympics, and he could barely move. And he's like 36. Mike Conley Jr., how old is he? Mike Conley Jr. is probably 43, 42. So this is what I'm talking about. Listen to the people I'm talking about. So you start to understand that LeBron James, Steph is 36. 36 would mean you're an old guy in the league. D Rose finally retired at 35. Right, DeRozan about 36. Paul George is 34. Drew Holiday is 34. They don't consider that old now. Draymond is about 35. So it's like, look at this. Harden, DeRozan, all of these are all your stars. Russ, they about 35, 36 years old, man. This is what I'm telling you. These guys would be young bucks to me. Like they were younger. They were up under us. Klay Thompson, Draymond, all these are little dudes. Russ, they born in like 88, 90s. So we saw way more basketball. When they were being born, that era that started to come up, Jordan was winning his MVP in 88, having his best season ever. They were just being born. No problem, Josephine. Now, here's the thing. This is why the Olympics has always been so much corruption there, because there's so many different countries, there's so many different rules, there's so many different settings. All of these things are put in place to glamorize the events. Now, since the Dream Team happened, the Olympics said, oh, this is the highest ratings we've ever had for an Olympics, for basketball or anything. So it became theatrics, and Michael Jordan wouldn't participate no more. He's like, that's it. I'm not doing that again. That was a one, and I'm about done now. I did it, got it out my system. I won 2 gold medals. I'm done. Did it when I was in college, just before I played in the NBA, and I did it here. I'm done. Oh, absolutely they do. Yeah, I saw the wedding picture, but I didn't see any black people at the wedding. You saw more than me. Now, he said it was one black man. That was one black man too many. Okay. Do you think LeBron is a drug cheat? Do you think LeBron is a drug cheat? The poll is starting now. So the public can voice their own opinions about LeBron James. Do you think he is a drug cheat? Meaning that, do you think he's taking performance-enhancing drugs in the sport he is? Not like recreational drugs, but a drug cheat. Like he's cheating the game by taking drugs. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. The poll is flying. Man, right now the votes are coming in. It's 82% saying right now that LeBron James is looking like a drug cheat. Man, look at it. It's so high. So if the general public is feeling this way, why is the media not covering this? Because they're what? Paid to look the other way. That's it. That's the only reason. They're paid to look the other way. It's not like people don't know what LeBron James is. They know. But it's their marketing campaign. And they think brand marketing is the way to go. They don't care how many coaches this guy go through. They know he's a coach killer. They know he neutralizes every coach he's ever played for. They don't care. Because why should they? They've never cared before. They're not going to start now. So now, if you know that, why would anybody else care? You know what I'm saying? Why would you care? If they don't. That's been the growing trend. That's been the narrative. This is why things don't get better, because we accept mediocrity, we accept failure, we accept all of these things that are corrupt in the system today. Especially with this guy that we know.
Don't tell me about AD blew the game. Look at this dude from the beginning. Look at this. Whoop, whoop. Look, everybody blowing back. He was old man in the back. What you doing way back there, bum? The game back here. Why you back there, bum? Uh-oh, here come the bomb. I got it. Oh, don't. I'm the king. I'm more than an athlete. Blip, blip. Oh, no, God. I didn't get him a body bag. This bum got no moves. Look at how he's standing. Look at this approach. Look, he rolling all over the floor, just falling all over himself. Look at this flopper. Oh, I'm going to throw myself on the floor. Oh. Boom. Look, throw himself on the floor. Watch, he running to this man's drink. I done spilt and turned the whole thing up on him. Bum. Better come get y'all dinosaurs some help. The brontosaurus is tied. Somebody come get this man. Some get y'all old man and bring him home, man. Bring him home, dog. Uh-oh, there you go. He's going down. He's weak in the knees. Old man Braun. Old man Braun.
That sunk in yet? That sunk in yet?
Keep LeBron. LeBron James away from the GOAT conversation. You can never have lost your confidence on a basketball court and can be considered greatest of all time. This man has lost his confidence in NBA finals. To go to the finals as many times as he did with all the advantages he had, he has come up short. He called himself the greatest player of all time. On his own show, when you're great, that's for other people to say about you, not for you to say about yourself. You're trying to convince yourself you're the greatest of all time when you're not.
You're not.
They sat me right down on a live interview with LeBron James. It's going to be the livest, most broke internet in the history of mankind. That 5 minutes is going to be incredible because that's how long that live stream is going to probably last. 5 minutes. Because that interview is going to be over. I will not get past 2 questions. So, LeBron, have you ever took steroids? First question out the bag. Have you ever took steroids? Your PEDs, EPO? Have you ever did that in your life? That's the first question out the bag. Let's see how he answered that. Then we get to the other questions. And he ain't gonna like none of them. All these back LeBron James rub down shows, we got enough of those. Then you
That's the main question people are going to have when it's concerning him. It's about the steroid use. So don't forget to support my other channel, which is One Crack News, Kwame Brown Bus Life, Ticket TV. Absolutely. Welcome to HDII TV, Jag Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez, Armando Black TV's Star Report, Showface News. It's a lot of us. And we're going to get up out of here. Peace out to all y'all. Deuces.